Hello? Oh, good. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Thank you, Ben and Lola. That was fabulous. And we are here for the formal part of the ceremony. But first of all, I'd like to do a little bit of scene setting about Rachel and Mike. First of all, I'd say how honoured I am, genuinely honoured, to have been asked by Rachel and Mike to MC their wedding. It's a truly wonderful and humbling to be asked to participate in any capacity. So this is really, really, really special, and I do massively appreciate it. But I have to be honest, when they first said to me, next time we see you, we need to chat to you about the wedding, I thought they were going to say, listen, there are limited numbers, so we're only inviting Kate, no hard feelings. And I was honestly so surprised. I did say that if they, sobered up in the morning and decided that they wanted to rescind the invitation, then I wouldn't be offended. So I can only assume that they didn't change their minds or they haven't sobered up. You take your pick. It's never boring with Rachel and Mike. I think you'll have noticed. They are what I would call non-linear people. So if the shortest route between 2 points is a straight line, that's a line I can confidently say Rachel and Mike have never knowingly taken. Rachel and Mike are all about the detour. Anyone who's ever had a conversation, or indeed discussed wedding arrangements with Rachel and Mike, will know what I mean. It's like one of those Billy Connolly jokes that starts in a seemingly benign and reassuring place before veering off into one bonkers yet true anecdote after another, from two lives that appear to have been led with absolutely zero regard for the mundane, the humdrum, or the commonplace. So, as part of my preparation for today, I asked Rachel and Mike to do me a quick biography each, with the intention of stringing together all of those Billy Connolly-style conversations into some sort of coherent storyline. A sort of Cliff Notes or Rachel and Mike for dummies. What I found is that I couldn't really do it any justice in the time available. So you'll just have to wait for the Netflix series. And as someone who writes for a living, I can only imagine what the director would say if I tried to pitch them the story of Rachel and Mike. I'm now going into character as a director of said series. There you go. The director is, hi, just reading your script, and I have some notes. This Rachel character, I mean, come on. 1 minute, she's teaching Václav Havel English. Then she's solving the Kashmiri crisis with President Musharraf over Christmas dinner. Then she's hanging out with the Dalai Lama. Then she's stoking the rumour mill with the president of Zambia. Then she's scooping the first World Trade Center bombing. Then she's brawling with Peter Hitchens on the White House lawn. She's having tea with the Taliban, who are apparently quite nice. On and on. I tell you, what really blew it for me was Richard Gere. Who... I can't... But you'll have to wait for series 2.
Thank you very much.
And who can blame Rachel for wanting to marry Mike? Fill in those bits for yourself. What an incredible guy. Self-effacing doesn't quite capture it. I mean, his biography was hilarious because it was a masterclass in self-effacing. So at the risk of making him uncomfortable, tough shit, Mike, buckle up. In a world that has become almost performatively cruel. Is that correct? Yes, performatively cruel. He spent a lifetime working to help people who are often written off as undeserving of help. Rising to the pinnacle of his profession, first as the Blair government's drug czar, then as president of the European Union Drugs Agency, before becoming a senior UN diplomat. Once labelled the most dangerous man in Britain by the pernicious rag that ran the 1934 headline, "Hurrah for the Black Shirts," I think it's fair to say that we could all do with a bit more of Mike's brand of danger. And what is the UN's loss is the incredible forward trust gain. So take this outdoors, full of amazing people. It takes a Rachel and Mike to pull a crowd like this, from all over the world and from every walk of life. And I bet not one of us has a boring story about how you met. Whether it's because they wanted to know your point of view at Bright Club on the future of AI, or how you ended up making cupcakes with ISIS, or because Rachel mistook you for the gardener. Sorry. I'm not going there. It's another anecdote for later. That's because Rachel and Mike's detours are inspired by their curiosity and their compassion and their generosity, and their apparent bloody-minded refusal to take the path of least resistance ever. So, and we are here today to celebrate the fact that in each other, they have found someone to detour with for the rest of their lives. And it all began under a clock at Waterloo Station. So we are going to do a little Q&A, and then I'll shut up, and the proper people who you're here to listen to will say their piece. So first question is, what were you looking for when you signed up to online dating, which is where you two met?
Hello.
Yes, this is your chance.
Well, I think somebody tall, somebody broad-shouldered, and somebody who wasn't going to steal my money.
2 out of 3. Shall I answer that?
Yes, please do. Yeah.
To be honest, when I sort of went on, it was Guardian Soulmates, in case anybody's asking. Very good value. I recommend it.
It's defunct now.
So yeah, yes, it works sometimes. I was actually looking for anybody who'd be low maintenance. Yeah.
I've got news for you, Mike.
I was kind of 52 at the time, been around a bit, complicated life, very focused on my daughter Lily at the time, and I thought I just need somebody who's not going to be difficult. And I had this view in my mind of...
It's not difficult.
I didn't say nothing. But I had this picture in my mind, which kind of is about a house like this, but sat with my partner in retirement, just sitting, no TV, no screens, reading books, intellectual stuff, just sitting there, probably rocking chairs, and just not needing to talk, nothing needing, no pressure, no stress, and you would just communicate by glances and that sort of thing. Yeah. So I had that in my mind. things don't always work out as you plan. One thing to know about Rachel is she likes stuff going on. Stuff's got to be going on. It's got to be something going on. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't go as you plan, but it always works out the way you hope in the end. So that was what I was hoping at the time.
Would you like to address any of those comments, or should we move on to question 2?
I'm not difficult.
No, you're not, Rachel. You're not. Fabulous. Right, second question. So, what were your first impressions after the first date?
That's easy. He did not look like his picture. Which was taken when he was 38. No, sorry.
That is absolutely true.
I haven't finished.
But I couldn't find a suitable. I won't respond. I couldn't find a suitable one.
I thought it was marvelous, and then he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm going away for 2 months." So I said, "Oh, okay."
Do you mean going away?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he did. But yeah, no, I was suitably impressed.
For me, I think the first date was a biggie for us, straight away, because we've been emailing for a bit, like you do on those online things. And I don't know about Rachel, but I was getting a really good feeling, really quite excited about here's somebody who got same sense of humor, really important, same sort of worldview, and the same sort of, just attitude and style. So through the emails, you're thinking, this could be a really good one. I don't know about other people, but I've been on online dates where it's like, well, it's not going to happen, but I'll go out because I've nothing on tonight. But this one was I was starting to get quite excited about. And there's 2 things that shone out on the first date that actually move things along really lovely. The first one is the way we laugh like drains most of the evening about your stories about your breakup with your former boyfriend.
Boyfriends?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a guy called Neil. Bless him, yeah. Everybody loves Neil, yeah. And the thing was, Rachel was kind of offloading pain and sort of saying it was all ended badly and all that sort of thing. And I thought, I love this Neil. I want to meet him. I want to go out to the pub with him. And I think I said at one point, so you leave my Neil alone, so. But the way Rachel was sort of talking about that and going through it, I thought this is really serious person, tried to make the relationship work. It was all behind the scenes, you're all thinking this is somebody like me. The other one is in the pub we ended up at. It was getting on quite a bit. You remember the pub near the Shard? So basically some guy tries to come and hit on Rachel. And the way you handled that, I don't know if he said this actually, but the way you handled this guy, you've probably forgotten him. He was not a nasty guy, but it was inappropriate, But the way you handled him, I thought, this is a serious
What did I do? Kick him in the balls?
No. It was non-violent, it was classy, and it looked after him, which I thought was really impressive. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Verbally kicked him in the balls, perhaps. That was
Maybe.
it. Probably. Well, we are, if you're happy with those 2 questions and nothing further to add, we will move on to, the one thing to say is that this is a very eclectic crowd. And it's not, obviously, if you need umbrellas, you get your Sierra Leonean beauty queen to send you them. If you need music at your wedding, then you ask a world-class concert pianist, which fortunately we have in the shape of Shinny, who is sitting over here, who is going to play us a piece of music which is called Chopin's Nocturne. Thank you very much.
Let me sit down.
That was absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Shinny. Hands up if you started applauding halfway through. Well, obviously, you know. So we've come to the formal part of the proceedings, in which Rachel and Mike are going to exchange their vows. These were originally styled as expressions of interest, but we've decided to plump for vows in the end, which is great. So yeah. So if you would like to begin. Rachel, if you'd like to kick off, that would be fabulous. Thank you.
He hasn't heard this, by the way.
I'm all ears.
Mike, thank you for asking me to marry you. Even though I said no 3 times, I actually meant yes. After 11.5 years together, I think we're beginning to understand one another, even if no one else does. As you always say, we are the weird ones, and I love the fact that we are a team. You are a good person without being worthy or arrogant. I can't believe how much you put up with in order to try and change things for people at the bottom of the social pile. When you talk to your ex-clients at your reunion thingies, I'm bursting with pride. You care so deeply about making the world a better place. How's that going, by the way? I love sharing the simple things in life with you. Adventure, our dogs, quirky Australian comedy series, watching Fisk and No Activity at night while you scratch my head and we share some me time with the dogs on the bed. I love cooking extravagant things for you, chucking dirty pans around the kitchen and getting bits in my hair while you patiently clear up after me. I love it when you say thank you, darling, after I present you with a GNT when you come through the door after a mad day in London. I love the way you're always planning something fun and challenging for us to do, even if sometimes it's a bit too much. I will put up with your total inability to understand technology and try not to cut you off if I think you're droning on or mansplaining, as it's now known. And I know you're learning how to deal with my lack of patience, anxiety attacks, and misophonia. One day, we might be able to eat in the same room. We're still learning how to deal with our many, many differences. But we met on Guardian Soulmates, and I know that it's a bit naff, but in many ways, we really are, and that's what matters. Thanks for rescuing me. I used to dread my old age. Now I can't wait. And just remember, 2 hands on the wheel and everything will be just tickety-boo.
Should have kept the sunglasses on. I was coming out pretty well until halfway through that, yeah, so thought we were going well. I need glasses on to read. Rachel, we argue like cats in a sack, but you truly are my ideal partner, my soulmate. You are just as weird as me. It's funny we both wrote that. You are beautiful and full of life. You make friends quickly, whether in a pub in Surrey or, as Richard pointed out, with the Taliban. Not as far apart as you'd think, actually, but hold on. You are authentic, unpredictable, full of character. You are principled, you're determined, and you are indestructible. Some of you may not know this, but Rachel ran the marathon last year. She doesn't like to talk about it. It's never come up in conversation. But I met her at the end of that marathon, 26 miles, a long time. I won't say exactly how long. And everybody else was kind of stumbling out the enclosure. stumbling out and coming into people's arms and being helped away. You sprung out and said, "Where's the wine?" Yeah, so indestructible. You cry easily. Doing well today. You cry easily and you laugh even easier. You're happy to discuss world events and politics with me whenever everyone else is bored of it. We have such good times exploring the implications of Macedonian regional elections or the geopolitical implications of Donald Trump's bruised hands. You love to hike through the hills. We were doing it last week. And like me, you love to jump into any body of water we come across. You have an amazing emotional affinity with our dogs, who are sleeping down here, by the way. Which, to be honest, is a little weird. You are, at the end of the day, my soulmate. And I suppose that's why we're all here. And like you, I cannot wait for what's coming next and what we do in our old age. Well, that's fun.
He said, "You're beautiful," and I said, "I know."
All right. We've got a gate crusher. Oh. This is my mum.
All right, do the thing. Okay, well, I'm not crying, you are, okay? So now we are going to exchange the rings.
You hold it. Actually, I don't need that.
As with all things to do with Mike and Rachel's wedding ceremony, this is unconventional. But I think there's a lovely story behind the ring that Mike is going to give Rachel, which is it has an elephant on it, and Rachel has an elephant on her. Oh yes, sorry. By which I mean she has a tattoo. So, and we'll have a sweepstake later if you can guess where it is. And she's from the Raj, obviously. So elephants are a key part, and it's fabulous. And you should have a look. But Mike, if you would like to give Rachel her ring, and Rachel, this was Mike's dad's ring. Excellent. And now, with the authority invested in me, which is none at all, I pronounce you man and wife, or husband and wife. Sorry.